Elena, we can't hear her talking, but
Oh,
we can read it.
okay. Fabulous. All right, let's get some music going and see how this works. Ooh. All right, turn that down a tiny bit. All right, you guys, let me know if that is too loud or too quiet, anything in between. That should be good. All right. Let's get it started. Welcome to your COREburst today, guys. My name is Elena, and today we're going to do 15 minutes of non-repetitive core exercises. We are just going to go right through them. We have a quick little warm-up, and then we have about 10 exercises. We're going to do 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off per each exercise. So you're going to feel that burn. So if there's any exercises that bother your back or anything like that, find a different core exercise that you enjoy doing as well. And I'll give some other modifications. All right, make sure you have some space. Any weights if you would like to make this a little bit harder. And let's start with just some tabletop knee lifts. Let me get my timer ready. All right, let's do about a quick little warm up. Let's start with just picking those knees up. Bring those hands down, knees up. Start to pull that core in and engage that core. And then lift that knee up, out, and around. Keeping those shoulders down. And from here, we're gonna take those hands, we're gonna bring them up behind our head. We're gonna sit it down into a squat. We're gonna bring our elbow to our knee and then sit it back down into that squat. Elbow to knee. We're gonna start to fire up that core, get our whole body nice and warm. Press those knees out at the bottom. Do about 5 more. Try to bring that knee up to that elbow and break. Take a second to find some space. We're going to take our plank walk. So you're going to bring your chin down to your chest. Curve those shoulders over, roll through that spine. Bring it down until your fingers touch the floor and then slowly walk it out into a plank. Find that plank position and hold it. And in this position, I want us to focus on squeezing our belly button in. Our glutes are squeezed and our shoulders are pushing away from our hands. From here, we're going to take our knees, drop them down to the floor, staying in the same plank position. Take that left arm, bring it all the way up, and rotate up to the ceiling. Bring it back down, and right arm comes up, same thing, bring it up, looking up at the ceiling. Back down, lift those knees up, back to your plank, hold, bring it up into a down dog, back to your plank, back to your down dog. Do this 2 more times. Down dog to plank. And hold that plank position, walk the hands into the feet, and roll all the way back up to standing. Shake out those hands. We're gonna bring it down to the floor. And we are gonna start our core series. So we're gonna start with our tabletop crunch. So let's bring it down all the way to the floor. Place that low back onto the floor. Think of keeping those hips tilted towards you. Bring the knees out, shins parallel to the ceiling. We're gonna flex the feet or point the feet. Not much of a difference here. We're gonna bring our hands behind our head and we are just going to crunch straight up to the ceiling, keeping our knees in tabletop. So bring it down, inhale, lift, and lower. Keep those eyes looking up at the ceiling. Try to keep the knees over the hips. Don't let them inch closer to you. Five seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Take a second. All right, this time we are gonna repeat that crunch, but we're gonna add in our heel taps. So we're gonna take our hands behind our head, lifting the feet back up. We're gonna crunch, bring it down, and then the heels at the same time are gonna tap, come back up, crunch, bring it down, tap. If you feel this in anywhere other than your core or in your abs, I want you to focus on doing one leg at a time and really focus on pulling and keeping that core pressed down into the ground. At any moment when you feel that low back start to arch or come up off the ground, think of pulling it back in. Here we go. Hands behind the head, feet in tabletop. Let's lift. Bring it down, heels tap. Nice and slow. Lift, lower. Ooh, feeling it. Last one. And break. All right, flip it over. Plank position. We are gonna hold our plank 30 seconds. On the elbows or on the hands, if you have sensitive wrists, bring it down onto the elbows. The choice is yours here, whatever plank you want to do. And if you wanna add in any sort of twist, if you wanna do some hip dips, or if you wanna rock back and forth in a body saw, go right ahead. All right, we're gonna hold for 30 seconds. Bring it up, focus, keep those glutes squeezed together. Keep breathing, we got about 10 seconds left. 3, 2, 1, bring it down. All right, flip it back over. We're gonna go into an L-sit position, so on our elbows. We have some leg switches. So leaning back on those elbows, adjust so that you are in a nice elevated position. Elbows are right under the shoulders. From here, we're gonna bring those legs up and you're gonna do leg switches, up and down, just like that. If that is a little bit too much for you, you can keep the legs bent and keep them in and out, bend and straighten. All right, here we go, 30 seconds. Straight legs or bent, or feel free to do a combo of both. Take it slow. We got 10 seconds left. Three, 2, 1, and rest. All right, twist, Russian twist. This is your second to take either a sip of water or grab a weight if you want to make this harder on yourself. Feel free to grab a soup can, a lightweight, a heavyweight, whatever you have close by. Come into that nice seated position. Options: heels down on the ground, toes rolling up towards the ceiling, holding here. If you don't have a weight, hands together, fingertips touch the ground on each side. Otherwise, make this harder. Bring the feet up, find that balance, hands side to side. All right, take a nice big breath in. We're gonna roll it back, tuck those hips under. If you have a weight, go ahead and grab it. And here we go. Inhale, side to side. Feel free to pick one leg up at a time or both legs. Keep breathing. And last one. Breathe. All right. Straddle crunches. Laying it down on the back. Feet up in the air. This one's going to work a little bit more of those internal and lower obliques. So what we're going to focus on, bringing those legs just apart and close. So it's a very small, essentially think of a French fry to a slice of pizza. I guess that's a bad analogy because now I'm hungry. But from in this pizza position, Visa, you're going to just reach those hands right through. The legs close, you come back to your starting position and you reach. Just reaching right through those legs, okay? You can flex the feet, point the feet, keep a slight bend in the knees, or keep them as straight as you can. The choice is yours. Come on, here we go. Inhale and go for it. Lift, reach through, close. Remember, with core exercises, faster is not always better. You can also hold at the top. Make it a little bit harder. 10 seconds left. 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, we are chugging along, guys. We are halfway there, a little bit more than halfway there. Woo! Double leg raises are next. Laying flat, we are gonna take these slow. If you need to take your hands and place them right underneath the top of your butt for a little bit more support, go right ahead. You're gonna keep your legs as straight as you can if you wanna make this harder. If you would like a modification, keep those knees bent, tapping the toes on the ground. Harder version, legs straight, bringing it down and back up. We're gonna take these slow. I want you to really feel the burn in these ones. All right. Bring those feet up, inhale, and bring those legs down. Modification, also one leg at a time. You can really play around with these to make them work for you. 5 seconds. And rest. 2 more. Here we go, guys. Pull stacks. Bring it up into that V-sit position. What we're gonna do is we're gonna lean it back, bring those feet out a little bit further away from you than if you had them in. We're gonna slide them out. And from here, I want you to focus on just leaning back until either you start to shake or you really feel it in here, and then bring it right back up to that neutral position, and then bring it back and up. I shake, I always shake during core exercises, so my voice will crack a lot. Here we go. We're gonna bring it back and up and back. I want you to add in a reach behind you. turn and tap a little bit on the diagonal behind. As far away from you as you can. Woo. All right, we have 10 seconds left. I want you to go back and hold that position right about here. Lean it back. You can feel this in your lower abs and your hip flexors. Lean it back a little further. A little further. And bring it up. And breathe. All right, last one, you guys. We have butterfly crunch. Bring those feet together. Modification. You're gonna lean it all the way down nice and slow. If you can't make it up all the way, halfway, reach right through those legs back down. Otherwise, try to get all the way up to a seated position. Use your arms as momentum. Go ahead and finish this set out. Inhale, up to a seated position. Use those feet, press them together. These are all about control, really. Control yourself going down. Modified halfway. Ten seconds left. And last one. And break. All right. Go ahead and flip it over onto your stomach, guys. We are just going to stretch out our core a little bit. Go ahead and go into an up dog or a cobra, whatever is more comfortable for you. Bring it down, breathe, and then bring it up. You can also bring it onto the forearms, and you can walk the hands over to a 3 o'clock or 2 o'clock, counterclockwise, whichever way. Leaning away and then back, same thing to the other side. Walk those hands to the left and stretch out those side obliques. All right, you guys, rock it back. Don't forget to hydrate. If you are taking my bar class today at 12, I will see you there and we will feel the burn as well. Enjoy your Thursday, everybody. Thanks for joining.